my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott, living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow, with a blind who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly out the walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real product. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York at 20.
While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And here we go from Chicago. Luther Burden now on the return. Making some progress here. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Williams from the gun. Forced out to his right. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. That's Cox. This is Loveland. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44.
First down throw by Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is that completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, running back in the flat.
It's taken in by Rome Odunze. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive. In the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Pick up of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
Manunga. And this is going to end behind the line block. A great stop down in close. Now let's see if they want to risk it here on 4th and goal.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Throw is caught by the back. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on down near the end zone.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
19, Tiger, 19.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. Well, I don't know if I've ever seen this before, partner. The first time they touch the ball, somehow it ends up as a safety.
Somehow, some way. How about we just call it unfortunate for one side? But I tell you what, if we get a safety on the first touch of this game, I can't wait to see what we're in store for today.
Nice positivity there. And he's escorted out of bounds, but not before driving them up near the 25. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Buying some time right. He's going to keep it this time. Now he's past the 25. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. Picked up a 34 yards on that play. And that'll be first down Chicago.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. They set up the screen here to Swift. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Chased out to his right. Near the goal line. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Working from the gun, Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears grow their early lead to 8. It's a Roll the Dudes 8 touchdown. Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears push the lead to 2 scores now. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
50, let's go now. Viking 18.
Gun snap now to Willis. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers cut the lead to just a field goal. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Brandon McManus on for the PAT. That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. It's an early lead for the Bears. Back to the Windy City in just a moment. Probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They'll start this drive out 1st and 10. Left side is hauled in by Loveland. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's 16 yards on that play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He rolls to his right. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Picks it off. Well, great team defense there. No matter where he looked, Brock, there seemed to be a defender there, including where the pass eventually went, and that was why it was intercepted.
Such a disciplined rep there from the defense. As a QB, you try to extend the play to break them down defensively. Nobody did. And as a quarterback in that case, when you don't have a lane to throw it and the field is shrinking, you've got to throw that ball in the 5th row.
To go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go.
The play fake now. Willis to throw. Oh, he lost the football. And the Bears say they have it. Looks like they do.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2.
With the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
At the 41-yard line.
Williams to throw. Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain.
3rd down, they need 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throw here, 3rd down. Headed out right. Looking to call himself. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. They'll go for it, Williams. And he had it, but no, can't complete the process of the catch, and they wind up turning it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
19 right. 18 Pioneers.
Throwing on first down, Willis. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
6, 70 race, Dragon 6, Buffalo 18, 79 Broncos.
Second and 10. Here's Willis. This one ticket in by Kraft. He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
First down. It's a gain of 10. And the Packers first down.
Looks like a design run here for Willis. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a second quarter lead. Matt LaFleur with faith in his offense. They're set to try for 2. All right, they're going to throw for it. And they beat the defense with the throw and get 2 following the touchdown.
14. Bears 9. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
On now is McManus to kick this away. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. First and 10. To throw is Williams. This is brought in. Big gain here for Loveland. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be first down Chicago. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from Chicago right after this. Here's first and 10 from the 47. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's Williams. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of third down.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Here he goes, third and long. Forced out to his right. That's the line he's going to run for it. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, he'll still wind up being fourth down.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
A little outside their comfort zone to try a field goal, so instead they're going for this on fourth down. They'll throw for it. Throw caught by his running back. And he can't get the push they needed. They hold him at the line and send him packing after a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Buying some time right. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
He puts some air under it, deep down the left. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
70 at the 3-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Willis on the design run. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Final throw before the break. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers will extend their lead as time expires in the half. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers push the lead up to 12. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Get it. Traffic. Warriors 70. Ready.
Working from the gun, it's Willis. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
Ready, ready. Cut my liking 18.
Reed now, in motion left.
Go.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers throw the lead coming out of halftime. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers go up by 19.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
On now is McManus to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there. Putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
I gotta believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Here's Swift on second down. And his fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down. And those are the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 5.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Odunze's got it right side. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down.
That's good for a Bears. First down. First and 10 at the
Williams from the gun. Escapes out to the left. Now he takes it. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now here's Williams. Rolling out to his left. Check down into the hands of Swift. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
As soon as he starts to escape, Kate, you can almost see that gunslinger mentality come to life. It takes really perfect defense to hold up and keep him from finding something that'll go get that 1st down. They couldn't do it right there.
That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
What is up?
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has his man caught by Odunze. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
And the Bears first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Williams escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Vegas!
To throw, Williams escapes the pocket. Winds up and chucks this deep right. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears start the 2nd half with some needed points. Santos now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Ready? 19 tight. 19 tight. Let go.
Here's Willis to the air. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 10. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers go up by 19.
Bears 16. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
On now is McManus to kick this away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
20-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Yes. Watch out.
Williams set to pass. On the move, headed right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
He's loaded another one up. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Makes the tackle. And the Packers getting back on his 6th interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know you can set the table for more.
Shotgun snap now to Willis. This is complete. It's Matthew Golden. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Gain 15 there. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
Come on.
They send a man in motion.
60. Panthers, go.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of time. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
18, Pioneer.
They go play action. Here's Willis. Chased out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throwaway.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Like, come next. 70 ranges. 70 ranges.
Throw here. 3rd down. To the left. That's pulled in by Golden. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Packers continue piling onto this lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He's going to try another deep one here. He's got it deep downfield. And they're finally able to take him down, but the damage done on that play. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's the Bears with the ball, but they enter the 4th at a massive deficit.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Williams to throw on 1st. Buys time, rolling right. He just throws this one away.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Working now from the gun. Forced out to his right. Looking for the end zone and a deep shot. He had it for a moment, but a Great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Third down. Here's Williams. Escapes the pocket. He's going for it himself. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, denies the first down.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to... Turn this one over on downs.
Incomplete.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that